I'm Caleb, keeper of the Thorncliffe Lighthouse in Greyhaven, where the sea and sky collide in a ceaseless battle. My job is simple: keep the light turning, guide ships through waters that chew iron and spit out wrecks. I don't believe in curses or old tales, but what I found in this tower has me questioning everything. This isn't my story. It's Elias Marrow's, the first keeper here, back in 1873. I pieced it together from his journal, from whispers in Greyhaven, from the light itself, which still flashes his codes at midnight, calling ships to a shore that doesn't exist. And the deeper I dig, the more I fear it's calling me too. I found Elias's journal my first year here, hidden in a rusted tin under the lantern room floor. Its pages were brittle, ink smudged by salt and time, but his words were alive, desperate. Elias was a sailor before he took the job, a man who knew the sea's moods better than his own. He wrote about the lighthouse's construction, built after a shipwreck killed 30 souls, including his wife, Mary. He thought the light would be his redemption, a way to save others from the rocks that took her. But by his third week, the light started acting wrong. At midnight, it flickered in sharp, uneven pulses like a heartbeat skipping. He checked the gears, the oil. Nothing was broken. Then he recognized the pattern, Morse code, spelling "follow the light." Elias thought he'd misread it. That exhaustion from sleepless nights was playing tricks. But the next night, the light flashed again. Come to the shore. He stood on the gallery, wind tearing at his coat, and saw the beam point not to the safe channel, but to a stretch of sea where charts showed only depthless water. He wrote of a shadow out there, a ship, its sails tattered, moving toward a horizon that shouldn't exist. He radioed the harbor, but no one saw it. The ship vanished into the fog, and Elias's hands shook as he logged the code, his pen tearing the paper. The messages kept coming, every midnight. Find the path, seek the end, turn back. Elias was a practical man, not one for ghost stories, but he couldn't explain it. He tore apart the lantern room, checked every wire, every lens, but the light didn't answer to him. He started seeing things, glimpses in the glass, reflections that weren't his. A woman's face, Mary's, her eyes pleading. He wrote, "The light knows her. It knows me. It's calling us somewhere I can't find." He stopped sleeping, kept a lantern by his cot, afraid to climb the tower after dark. I found more in Greyhaven's library, old newspapers and keeper logs buried in dusty boxes. The town blamed Elias for that 1873 wreck, said he'd let the light go out, but his journal told a different truth. The light never stopped. It called them, led them to the rocks. He described a shore, not on any map, with black sand and shapes that moved like they were alive, towers or creatures or both. He saw it one night, after the code spelled Elias, come. The beam lit up the sea, and there it was, a coastline, shimmering under no stars, its air thick with whispers. A ship was heading toward it, one he recognized from the wreck, Mary's ship, half-rotted but moving, its deck crowded with silent figures. Elias tried to stop it. He wrote of climbing to the lantern room, yanking the controls, but the light burned brighter, the glass so hot it scorched his hands. He smashed the lens with a wrench, but it didn't break. It glowed red, pulsing, see the truth. He saw Mary on that shore, beckoning, her voice calling his name, but her eyes were wrong, empty. He knew it wasn't her, but the pull was too strong. His journal shook with his words. It's not a light, it's a door. It wants me to walk through. I found other keepers' stories, tucked in the archives like secrets the town wanted to forget. In 1902, Margaret Cole logged the same codes, saw the same shore. She wrote of nightmares, of figures on that black sand reaching for her. In 1947, Thomas Reed described towers that pulsed like hearts, a light that whispered his name. Each keeper who saw the codes ended up gone, quit, mad, or lost to the sea. The town called them weak, but I read their warnings. Don't follow the light. It takes you somewhere else. I'd have dismissed it as madness if I hadn't seen it myself. Last month, the light started flashing again, same as it did for Elias. I was checking the lens at midnight when it flickered. Caleb, look, my name, in code. After 100 years of silence, I saw the shore, just like Elias described. Black sand, shapes shifting in the fog, a ship drifting toward it, its hull splintered. I haven't told anyone, not the Coast Guard, not my sister in town, but I keep Elias's journal close, reading. Like a map to something I don't understand. I found a letter in the archives, written by a sailor who washed up in 1890, half dead, raving about a shore beyond the world. He said the light led him there, to a place where the air burned, his lungs where eyes watched from the fog. He died the next day, clutching a piece of black stone that crumbled to dust. The town burned his boat, called it cursed, but the lighthouse kept shining. I went looking for more, found a hidden compartment in the keeper's quarters, under the floorboards. Inside was a book, Elias's, filled with sketches, black sand, twisted towers, figures with too many limbs. His notes were frantic. The light is alive. It chose me because of Mary. It wants me to find her, but it's not her. The codes are worse. Now, now, more personal. Last week they spelled Caleb, you see. I saw the shore again, closer, and Mary was there, or something wearing her face, calling me like she called Elias. I haven't spoken to my sister in years, not since I left her to deal with our parents' deaths, but the light knows my guilt, uses it like a hook. I tried to leave, drove to the edge of Greyhaven, but the fog rolled in, thick as a wall, and the light flashed through it. Stay. I turned back, my hands shaking on the wheel. Last night the code was Caleb, you're next. The shore was so close. I could smell it, salt and rot, like a grave under the sea. The figures were clearer, their shapes wrong, their eyes fixed on me. I saw Elias among them, his face pale, his mouth moving without sound. The ship was there too, its deck crowded, with keepers, Margaret, Thomas, others, staring like they were waiting for me. I shut off the power, but the light kept flashing, the lens glowing hot enough to crack the air. My logbook was open, a new entry in handwriting I don't recognize. Join us. I've chained the lantern room, but I hear it every night. The gears turning, the light pulsing, the codes whispering through the stone. I found one last clue, carved into the lighthouse's foundation. The light chooses its keeper. It chose Elias, then Margaret, then Thomas, and now me. I feel it pulling, rewriting. My memories, my sister's voice fading, my childhood blurring, replaced by glimpses of that shore. It's sand under my feet. Elias's journal ends with a warning. I'm going to the light. If I don't come back, don't look for me. The shore isn't ours. I'm going up tonight, sledgehammer in hand, to break the lens or whatever's behind it. Elias tried to stop it, and it took him. I don't know if I'm stronger, but I can't let it call more ships, more souls to that nowhere place. The light wants me to follow, to step through its door, and I feel it in my bones, like a tide I can't fight. If I don't come back, remember Elias's story. If you're ever in Greyhaven, if you see the Thorncliffe light flashing at midnight, don't look. It's not guiding you home. It's guiding you to nowhere, and Elias is already there, waiting.